Death is not linear. There's no place to go. Though it may seem, because the ones dying are in a linear motion. Life, time, space. Death itself no longer adheres to time, space. So there's nowhere to go. It's an instant expansion as presence. Almost like an exhale, and then the inhale becomes the life. So when we die, we just go outside of time, space. Closer to who we really are fundamentally. And even modern experimenters using scientific methods have shown clearly now that time space is not our fundament. It has 0% in our fundament of who we are. We are outside of time space. However, no one knows what that is, which is the beauty of it. So I say that during this conscious, we call it conscious, but where we're seeing ourselves, reflecting consciously, consciousness itself, compelled, can't find the beginning or the end, itself into billions of nodes that have an individual perspective of whatever is in this XYZ world, this time-space universe we're in. Problem is, religion, science, governments, big media, education, all that has slammed the door shut and swallowed the key. And if anything, that door is literally the Big Bang. Where did that come from? So I say simply, when we die, we go back outside of this shit. We're outside of it anyway. We just seem like we're locked in because of all this empirical belief and bullshit that has been, we're born into it now. It doesn't matter. Nobody did anything to anybody. We're born into it. We're a species of that. So there's no awakening. There's no death. There's no end or start. Presence. Presence. Death allows us presence. Just listen to people that are dying and where they are in their mind and their heart. There's no now. That happens, the remembrances, because people feel for the loved ones that have to deal with death. Especially right at the line of when they go to the other side of full acceptance of, wait a minute, I'm just expanding. There is no, matter of fact, time-space stops. Jeez. Yeah, get off the fucking ride for a second, man. Death. So, nothing to be afraid of. But then there's nothing to nothing. But fear definitely stems from looking at death from life. You know, obviously. It's like good looks at bad. Day and night. Some people, I like daytime. Safer in the day. Ooh, nighttime's when all the, me, I like it. I grew up in Vegas. I like it nicer at night when it's cool. And then, so all that feeling and emotion and touch and sensory input gets to feed us. It's like tentacles. We're tentacles and avatars, and each one of us has, though rooted in obviously now shown clearly something beyond time space. Who that is, what that is, nobody fucking knows. Somebody says, oh, that's God, Kevin. Now we're done. Now we're done. We're back in time space. So to be out there, you can't. It's you already are. So you can't be there. Already are. And there's nothing to recognize, because then who recognizes? So what I've learned, what has happened to me, is through this expansion now, the mundane takes a different perspective. Day to day, every day of what a human is and what we've been culturized, we're who we are today. And then the ever changingness of that. I won't get into that, man, but there's scientists out there showing now what I found on my own. So now, it's the questions now are, okay, well, what is that then out there? Where is it? Who am I out there? Beyond time, space. Just asking that question is enough for most. Most can't even go there. Like, oh, that's nice, Kevin. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I thought about that one time. Oh, you're one of those? You're one of those, yeah. So that's where that goes, especially in this country. In Europe, it's like that, but at least you get a cheers and celebrate the fact that we all have a voice, that we can all talk different, and there's not some fight against what I just said. However, I don't care about all that. So the real bottom line of this is that there's no door to open. It's just a matter of going beyond it. And if questions have to take us there, that's what has to take us there. So through my practices, the who am I inquiry, the great who am I inquiry, leads to beyond time space. I don't have to believe that. I see this birth-death process happening inside of who I am. It's as obvious as what did the Big Bang happen in? Whatever you believe, whether it's evolution, creation, whatever the fuck it is, man, creation, whatever, I don't care what it is. Come up with something I don't even know. Guarantee there's an observer of it, because you just told me. So what's that? Who's that? Where's that? So right there, that alone takes us beyond who we think we are. It's just we operate down here on Earth. We're earthly operators. So we're operating very crude. We're very limited because the resistance. So to live, there has to be resistance. It's so obvious. There has to be resistance to live. To die, there doesn't. It's a total let go. So there's the difference. It's all the same thing. One's I'm not there, but there I am. And the other one is, oh, here I am. And let's resist so much that I can pinpoint it down to a crude, 3-color spectrum, 3-optic receptor, fucking limited ass motherfucker. But it allows us to be tight like we are, man, now it's all micromanaged ass woke bullshit. Woke to the woke now. And so that's what that became. And then people go, well, it's for less than, what, entropy? That we're beyond this? So the thing is as we die into this expanded, I don't know, fuckingness, the non-resistance, then during this resistant time, this reflective time, when every single thing that I express and experience is me through what's projected. And our mistake is we project ourselves through this namaste bullshit. We project ourselves through a time-space mind. And then people go, well, no, that's spirituality because you're outside and there's a God and all these deities. No, because now you're back in the human fucking mind, man. So it's not. So the best way for a human is behavior. And then what that direct interaction says. It's not concept. If someone goes, oh, you're just this, and so that's what it is. No. Everyone's reflecting through each other. What it is what it is. So direct behavior is what it is, without anybody saying anything about it. So don't say anything about anything and then look at the world, but don't say anything about it. You know? And then everybody do that. And then automatically harmony starts to happen and will happen. It's being forced on us now because some people know that and they happen to be too bad in it takes going into a centric mind to do it, and it takes total control of people to do it, obviously, because of free speech, and then watching what those programmed automaton fucking whatever the fuck is being born today is saying and doing behavior. Man, and I'm not judging. I'm just looking. I'm looking at the value of society overall for everybody. And it's not about equality. It's an earth that we all get to use as a node of our own consciousness that we're all of. And look what we do to each other's nodes, because we didn't realize, we didn't get taught right that it's a reflective process. There's a node there of consciousness with potential. And until I look at another node and we start reflecting off each other, we can't get a ball rolling. We don't know who the fuck I am. And then we get lost in who I am through each other. And then here we are today. Everything we are is someone else. And you think it's you. That's the big joke, man. And what's funny to me, the joke, is that I see it. And I don't have to believe it. And many do, but most don't. You know? So I'll end this with my haiku that it might not come out like a haiku. Paraphrasing myself, some use the light to light their way. Most use the light to see what's already there.